up, Jason.
With 10 movies, 12 including Jason vs. Freddy and the 2009 Friday the 13th, you'd think the franchise was milked to death, but no. On the 26th of May 2017, Ilphonic developed and Gun Media published Friday the 13th, the game. A game where 7 counselors tried to survive against one person who played as Jason Voorhees. But only 2 years later, all development on the game was stopped, as a legal battle with the Friday the 13th's original creator, making a lawsuit or something to get the rights back to the franchise, and after a lot of back and forth, nothing really came of it, as he only got part ownership and couldn't really do anything with it. But all that led to a great game that started as a Kickstarter campaign, not really getting the chance it deserved. As the servers completely shut down on the 31st of December 2024, and now there's only an offline mode, playing with AI who are just so stupid. So you literally can't play this game anymore. But back when it was online, and you could play with other people,
it was perfect, but no, you just had to blow it up. You and your pride and your ego.
There were 5 maps in total. Camp Crystal Lake, pretty easygoing map. Small but extremely dark, so I don't know, turn the brightness up. This map was from the first movie, if you didn't know that. The next map was Packanack Lodge. Modelled from the second movie, is larger than Camp Crystal and less dark. A fine map. Higgins Haven wasn't so fine. Still a good map, but much more tricky to navigate with all the different terrain and a big lake with an island on it. It's also from the third movie. Jarvis House, the second largest map and also the darkest, is from the fourth movie. This one was also pretty tricky to navigate around just in general. Pinehurst is the largest out of all of them and the most difficult. There was a 6th map in development, Grendel, based from Jason X, the 10th movie. It's a map on a spaceship, clearly quite different than log cabins, with electric doors and lights and such. The map would also have come with Uber Jason.
Bloody fuck you, bloody!
Also based off Jason X. He looks really cool, but neither of these have actually came out due to the lawsuit. But there are 10 Jasons in the game to choose from. Jason Part 2, 3, 4, Roy Burns from the 5th film. I don't know, he's not a real Jason. 6, 7, 8, 9. Savini Jason, named after one of the production members. I think he was like a designer or something. And Retro Jason. Each with their own strengths and weaknesses, like sense and water speed, but can't run. Which, just because he can't run doesn't mean he's any less dangerous. The Kickstarter for the game had an extra milestone to include Jason's mother, Pamela, as a playable character, but it wasn't reached. So instead, like in the movie, she's just a head on a table in Jason's shack. Throughout the match, she'll speak to Jason, telling him to kill them all, make them suffer, and congratulates him on killing them.
Get up, Jason. Find them. Kill them.
She'll also mention to him when someone enters his shack, which will randomly spawn in certain spots throughout each map. Inside his shack, there's a head, but there's also a sweater, which will be very useful later on. There's 13 camp counselors to choose from, like Jason, each with their own stats. Composure, luck, repair, stamina, speed, strength, all from a 1 to 10 rating. Some characters have high stealth and high repair, making them ideal to escape in a car or boat, or some have higher strength and luck, making them perfect to bash Jason until his mask falls off. There's also a perk system. You get to choose up to 3. Things like My Dad's a Cop make the cops arrive quicker once called. There's other ones that make swinging weapons quicker and other tasks, but there's too many.
Take a look at this!
There's a leveling system that levels you up, like every fucking game. In the starting intro, Jason would normally just show up, kill the same guy in every intro. RIP. then everyone else would skedaddle, and now you and whoever else you find while wandering around, you'd look through cabins, finding items in drawers like firecrackers or first aid kits. The game had a forced proximity chat, like Call of Duty Search and Destroy, so going too far from people, you were literally on your own, unless you found a walkie-talkie. Now, as a counsellor, running from a sociopathic killer, there are a few things you can do. You could just let him kill you, that might not be the worst thing, or you could escape. There's a few ways to do this. Firstly, the car. To fix the car, keys, a car battery, and gasoline is needed. This is when the stealthy repairman characters are extremely useful, but they have almost no composure, so they shit themselves really quickly. Using the boat is another option. Finding a propeller and diesel gasoline, and you can set sail. The other way to escape is by calling the police. They spawn in one of a few locations around each map, so having good stamina is good for this kind of stuff. The next way to leave is just wait 20 minutes. If you survive that, you win. But waiting 20 minutes can be tricky. It's pretty easy for Jason to find people if they're a tryhard, and you'll know when he's around, as his theme music starts playing and gets louder the closer he gets. Also, when this sound is heard, that means Jason has unlocked a new ability like Morph or Stalk. It's hard to describe just how this game felt. Yeah, you can still play offline, but it doesn't come close to feeling the same. Other games similar to this, like Dead by Daylight, or that old failed game all the YouTubers invested in, Dead Realm, they also don't come close to capturing the same feeling. And I mean, the graphics aren't Unreal Engine 5 type, but there's a sense of realism the game gives off that the others don't. And I'm not saying the game is realistic, I mean, look at this shit. There's also a fair few weapons to use around the map. Using these, you can stun Jason for a couple of seconds and get away. The best for this are the baseball bat and axe. I've covered most of everything in the game. It only had a 2-year shelf life before lawsuits and legal nonsense got in the way, but there's one more means of escape and another counsellor I haven't mentioned yet. I mentioned before that letting Jason kill you might not be the worst thing. During your game, if you find a radio somewhere around the map, activate the power and use it. This will make a call out to someone. The first person to either die or escape in your game, after calling with the radio, will come back as Tommy Jarvis. Tommy is a character who is in a lot of the Friday the 13th movies, and who's killed Jason before, and he's about to do it again. Tommy Jarvis has completely maxed out stats, no fear, full stamina, and strong as shit, and he's the only one who can kill Jason Voorhees. And that's the plan. At some point, if the counselors beat up Jason enough, his mask will come off. Now you need a girl to go into Jason's shack and take Pamela's sweater. Only females can wear this, and doing so will stun Jason into thinking she's his mother for a few seconds. During this time, get everyone you can and beat the shit out of him. At some point, Jason will fall to his knees and Tommy will get the prompt to kill Jason Voorhees. And now you've won. Congrats. Well done. You've done what only 10 movies, including 2 extra movies, also did. Killed Jason. And well, he'll be back, but probably not this time, as mentioned. The game was almost purely online, and now the servers are completely gone. It'll probably never be playable again. There is an offline mode, but it's not the same. Not even sure you can still play it. But hopefully a game like this does come back around, and who knows.